Hey everyone. Welcome to my live stream for my record store day and vinyl haul for April. And I'm glad to do this one because I have like a lot of records to show this time. And this is like probably like the only time where I'm gonna have like such a lot of stuff to show. Because I should start, calming down on my purchases and stuff like that. But this was like a really great month for me, and so I wanted to celebrate in many ways this month. So first, I'm gonna show stuff that I've got in the post, and then um, I'll show the stuff that I got for Record Store Day. So the first things is stuff I got in the mail. So first up is this Friday music pressing of the Wedding Singer soundtrack, which I totally love. I love this movie, and I really love the soundtrack too, especially the version of "Video Kills a Radio Star" by the President of the United States of America. And so it's so glad to see it available on vinyl, along with some of the amazing other stuff that's on this soundtrack, like "Love My Way" by Psychedelic Furs, How Soon Is Now by the Smiths, and Pass the Dutchie by the Musical Youth, is among many of the other great songs on this soundtrack. So I'm happy to get this, and it's in a nice, beautiful blue vinyl. I don't know how good that's coming out, but um, yeah. So I'm happy to get this in my collection. Next up is this is something I've been wanting to get. As part of my Paul McCartney color vinyl series, and this is Wings Over America, and this came out I think about in 2019, because Paul McCartney did this thing where he put out a lot of the live stuff on color vinyl. So this is Wings Over America, and there's like 3 albums on this set, but I'll only able to show you the first one, and it comes like this really nice sleeve from the album. And this record's in a nice red vinyl. So, hey James, and so I'm glad to finally get this, and I'm glad that also comes like the poster of it. I always wanted like a Wings poster, so it comes like a really nice one in it too. Now, if I could figure out how to get this, oh, there it is. It's like it's very weird how they put this together. Hey Anthony, so that's Wings Over America. Finally, happy to get it. Oh, and I think I showed you this before, Anthony, the Wedding Singer. So next, I got this yesterday from Urban Outfitters, and this is "Singles for You" by Olivia Rodrigo, and this was put on by Urban Outfitters for her, and it's basically just 2 songs on it. It's "Good for You" and "Enough for You," and so it's in this really nice um, sort of turquoise blue kind of vinyl. I played it yesterday, and I really liked how it sounded. Even though I already have Olivia Rodrigo's album "Sour" on both Target and Walmart pressing, so I'm happy to add this to my collection because I really like Olivia Rodrigo. She's amazing. This one, HEK inspired me to get this one, and it's Robert Miles, Dreamland. And I've always loved the work that he's done. He does such an amazing instrumental trance dance music, and I always loved, especially the track "Children." But really, something that really attracted me more to him was the song "One and One," which features Maria Nayer. And the song "One and One" is written by my friend Billy Steinberg, along with Maria Claire DeBaldo and Rick Knowles. So I was happy to get this one. Thank you, Anthony, for bringing this to my attention. I never would have got it if it weren't for you. So I got this, but I noticed that on this album, you only get like certain songs on vinyl. So I was able to find a promo from the 90s of the same album, But it's basically the entire album, but possibly mastered from a CD, which Anthony um has told me. So it's good to have, like, both versions of it on vinyl, um, as well as all the other songs that didn't make it onto the remastered vinyl. Now, next is um, well, this one I was sort of inspired by Patrick, the vinyl archivist, and so I got Dido, No Angel, and she is such an amazing songwriter, singer, and the songs on this album is songs like "Here with Me," "Hunter," and "Thank You." Which "Thank You" was sampled by Eminem on his song "Stan," but I've always loved it that think of it more as a Dido song, and this is like in a nice red and black marbled kind of vinyl, and I love the song "Hunter." I love playing that song on guitar as well as "Here with Me." Her music is amazing. I can't wait for the next album to come out on vinyl, hopefully. The one that has a white flag on it. Um, and then let's see. Okay, next we're gonna go into my favorite territory, which is like Beatles territory. So here is a new copy I got um, of "Please Use Me" by the Beatles, their first album, and this is issued from 1987. And the difference between this issue is, if I could get it out of the shrink, um, is that it's on a capital rainbow swirled rainbow label, because these are part of the remasters that came out back in '87 when they were putting out the CDs. So this is like a digitally remastered from the original British catalog. Um, and I'm looking forward to getting like the other ones, because I always wanted to get like the other albums in mono as well. Because I don't really have many of the Beatles albums in mono, all in stereo. And so next is a British pressing of um. Oh, this sounds amazing, James. I played it and it sounds totally fantastic. Really happy on how it plays as well. So next is "Back to the Egg" by Wings. This is a Parlophone issue from the United Kingdom, and always wanted like the UK pressings. Was never into the Columbia pressings. Sorry, Tom Haniati. I know he likes the Columbia ones, but I don't. But this is like on a nice Parlophone um, pressing, and I love how clean the UK pressings look. Like they have like really good packaging and stuff. So happy to get this. Put this back in its sleeves. So I don't want to do the Joe Mayo thing where he just puts it, like, yeah. And next is also another McCartney, which is "Run Devil Run," which is a very hard record to find, but I was lucky to find it for a really good, very good price. And this is also released on Parlophone Records as well, since I don't think there's ever a Capitol issue of it on vinyl. So you get like this really nice, well, it's coming out purple for you guys, but it's like a more lighter purple for here. But it's a nice Parlophone label. And so it's really nice to add this to my collection. Because I really love this album. He does like really amazing versions of songs like "She Said Yeah" and "Lonesome Town," and "I Got Stung" and "Honey Hush." Great album. And then next is the last thing that I got from the mail is Lennon Legend. This is a compilation from 1997, 98, I believe. And this is like the first time ever that a compilation finally features songs from Milk and Honey, which is "Nobody Told Me" and "Borrowed Time." And also the other standout songs on this one was like, "Working Class Hero," and I believe like the single edit of Mother, as well as the other great songs of John's that we all love. So I'm glad to get this. So that's all the stuff I got in the mail. Now it's time for the stuff that I got from Coachella and Record Store Day. And I'd like to give a shout out to Alex Rodriguez, who owns Record Safari, which is a record store out in the LA area. He owns two record stores. One is called Record Safari. The other one's called Class House Records in Pomona. And so he curates the records at Coachella. So I was able to get like some really good stuff from him. So we're gonna first go through the stuff that I got that are not RSD. Then I'll go into the RSD stuff. So first thing I got was Maisie Star. So tonight I might see. I've always wanted this on vinyl, and I really love the song "Fade Into You." Plus, Hope Sandoval, she has such a beautiful voice, and like I'm such a big fan, so I've always wanted this on vinyl. So I was so happy that he had it. So happy to add this to my collection. Next is a Beatles album, and it's introducing the Beatles. And the cool thing about this is it's an actual original issue. It's not counterfeit. And I noticed because you can see the shadow of George right here, and then the Beatles name is above the spindle hole. So I'm glad to get like an original one of this, and this is the version 2 with "Ask Me Why" and "Please Please Me" on it. So happy to finally get this. Like I'm so happy to have this again. Another "Please Please Me" kind of thing. And then next is I'm gonna skip over these. Okay, I'm gonna get this one. Okay, and you might be wondering, this looks a little. And that's because it's issued by Capitol Records. This is a Capitol issue from the late 70s. Late 70s and possibly early 80s. I need to date this better. And this comes in a nice um, purple Capitol label right there. Always wanted it on Capitol because I know that it's going to sound really good. Because I've always had like the United Arts issues and they always sounded rough. So I know this is going to sound smooth. Okay, next is, and this is an amazing thing to find. It's Straight Up by Badfinger. And the cool thing is it comes with the hype sticker on it. So I was like, wow, I totally have to get this because like you're never gonna find it with a hype sticker. Um, so whoever had this before really took care of it, and it's a really great album. This is like probably my favorite Badfinger album because I love the song "Perfection." Such an amazing acoustic track, and it rocks a lot. So I'm glad to finally have this. Okay, next, and I know this one made Lisa happy, Groovy Lisa, and it's Then and Now, the best of the Monkeys. And sadly, this is not the version I was looking for. I was looking for the version that has like the remix version of Daydream Believer. But nonetheless, I was happy to find this and add this to my collection because I do like the Monkeys. And I'm glad that it does have my favorite song in it, which is The Girl I Knew Somewhere. So yay. So next we're gonna go into a little bit of French music because I don't know if I ever talked about this, but I really love French singers from the 60s and all that music that comes out. So this is Poppy de Série, Poppy de Sol by France Gall. She's an amazing singer, one of the earliest proteges of Serge Gainsborough, which he writes like a lot of songs on this, along with the song Les Domaines d'Affaires. And And so this is also put out by Third Man Records because a lot of her catalog, I says, went to Third Man, Jack White. So I'm glad that he's taking care of her music and her like legacy here in America. And also got another one of hers, and this is Baby Pop. And the big song on this album is Baby Pop and C'est Allah. And she is an amazing vocalist. I really love France Gal. And I really I recommend listening to her stuff. Like I love like Les Do Mila Fed, Popita So, Popita Sun, and Bonnie Chanel. So I love listening to French music. And another French singer that I really love, and I was happy to find her album. Her name is Francois Hardy, and she's like another singer from France that's totally amazing, like France Gal. And the song that I like on this album is Le Temps de la Mort. And the cool thing is like this is copy number 111 of 500. So glad to get this. Um and So we continue. So the next one, this is amazing, I find. It's Blood Sex Sugar Magic by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Another great album I've always wanted to add to my collection. And I remember being in my first band in high school. And we did the songs Funky Monks and Could Have Lied. So this sort of like has like a bit of a high school kind of thing for me. Um, so glad to have that. Next one, I'm so happy to find this. If You Knew Susie by Susie Quatro. What can I say? I love Susie Quatro, and I love that this album has Stumbling In, which is one of my favorite love songs. And also, she's like one of my favorite singers and one of my favorite bass guitarists. She's such an amazing bassist, and she's pretty too. And I'm glad to also follow her on Instagram. So she's amazing. I love this album. Um, Next is there's like this new girl group from England that I've been hearing about, and I heard their music and they're really amazing. Wet Leg. This is like their debut album, and this is pressed on a nice yellow vinyl. So I was glad to get this, and I know, yeah, AGK, I know that you talked about this too, so I got this, and I'm happy to get it into my collection. And next is like a compilation. It's called Toujours Chic, which is a compilation of other French singers on there. So you do get France Gal and Pasquale Hardy and many other singers. So I'm looking forward to listening to this one. And then next, um, if you guys could hold on, I just will be right back. Okay. You guys finally saw my room without me. Sorry for the mess. I'm actually doing some packing right now. But anywho, let's continue. So next is Nancy Sinatra, Start Walking. Um, I've heard of this compilation and I always wanted it, and so I'm glad to get it because I like songs like Sugar Town, How Does That Grab You, and of course, These Boots Are Made for Walking. So, and this is like very heavy too, but the reason why it's so heavy is because there's also a nice book inside of it too. which I'm not gonna waste time right now to get it out. And now that brings us to, oh, I forgot there's two more stuff. Okay, so the next two I found on Record Store Day, and this is amazing one I got. Is World Clique by Delight from Music on Vinyl. And I love Groove is in Heart. It's an amazing song. Love this album, and so I was glad to finally get this on vinyl. Um, I was totally psyched to find this. I was like, oh my god, I still got to get this. So finally happy to have this. And then the last non RSD album I got, and I heard about this band a lot when they first started to come out. They're called The Sounds, and this is like their first album. Dying to Say This to You, also from Music on Vinyl. And I've heard about them because they did a song called Tony the Beat, which is on the soundtrack for Music and Lyrics. So finally glad to add this. And now we're coming to the moment that we all been waiting for, the RSD stuff. So the first RSD album is, and I showed this on James's already, is the Pixies live at Coachella. And this is a really special album because the Pixies reunited just to play at Coachella. And so it was all captured onto this album, and this comes in a nice yellow kind of swirl pressing. And also side D is like an etching. And I don't know if you can see it, but that's the Ferris wheel that if you go to Coachella, you'll see the Ferris wheel at the entrance of it. And so I knew that I had to get this because I like the Pixies. I really love their music, and from what I've heard, I know that this is gonna be like a great spin. Next is Number Ones by Mariah Carey. Now I know that they already put out Number Ones to Affinity, but this is like the first compilation. And this one has the songs Sweetheart, When You Believe, Whenever You Call, and I Still Believe. So it differs from the other compilation that came out later on. So I'm glad to finally get this. Finally glad that they put this out on vinyl because I know it's been out on vinyl before, but that was when there wasn't much of a resurgence yet on vinyl, so it's really hard to find. Next is from a singer that I really love. I love her music. Her music is like soul for um like healing kind of soul music for me because her music is so amazing. And it's Corinne Bailey Rae, The Sea. And I loved her first album. Her first album was amazing. Um to get this, was amazing to add to my collection because her music is like it's totally touches me in my soul. So I recommend anybody to listen to her. She's amazing. Um, Next is another great album that I've loved when it first came out years ago, and I'm glad I got a record store release this year. And it's Little Voice by Sarah Bareilles. And her big song on this album is Love Song, and which was like a very big like number one hit when it came out back in 2008. And this is like where the singer-songwriter in me really starts to smile because that's where I love her music that she does. So finally glad that her album got recognized and got a vinyl release. And then the last record store day pressing purchase I got is someone whose music I really loved, and I loved her when she was part of the Spice Girls, and that is Northern Star by Melanie C. And this is like her debut album right after the breakup of Spice Girls. And this album I really like. It has like an edge to it, but it's also like so beautiful because she's always been like an amazing singer in the Spice Girls. So to hear her go solo and really shine her vocals more, it's amazing. And the big song on this album is called "I Turn to You," which is also was written by um, Billy Steinberg, my friend, as well as Rick Knowles. And so to add this on vinyl also makes me happy as well. And also you get the Hex Hector radio mix on it as well. And there's also a bonus track on it, which is a B-side called Follow Me, which is a song that Billy Steinberg wrote for her along with Brian Adams. Um, so yeah, Northern Star. And I hope that they put out on her next album. I think it's called The Reason, I think. Because that one has like another song called On the Horizon, which I really love. So hopefully they put out more of these releases as time goes on. So wow, 26 minutes. So that's my entire vinyl haul for April. And I'm still there's still stuff that I've ordered and I probably won't get until next month. So I'll probably most likely will be doing another one of these live vinyl hauls later on at the end of next month. So stay tuned for that. Um, thank you so much for tuning in and have a great one. And whoo, I need a Pepsi. Oh, and hey, Tom Haniani. So have a good one. Good night, everyone. And tune in later on Steven Schnee. He's doing Ski Lost tonight, and then I know that the Vinyl Archivist is also doing a stream later on as well. So stay tuned for both of them. I'll be in the peanut gallery for both of them talking. Um, so yeah, have a good one.